BTV News coming to you live and direct from Gaborone. My name is Khomotso Mapane. Let's take a look at the headlines. President Boko delivers the 2025 State of the Nation address. France urges its citizens to leave Mali.
And in sports, Mike Puling and Rina Tabulho emerged victorious in the Northern Powerlifting Championship.
Tawagan Semetlela joins us a bit later in sport and in sign languages. Amantle Babili, good evening. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs wishes to inform members of the public that Her Excellency Dopadi Mammu, President of the Republic of India, will undertake a state visit to Botswana from tomorrow till the 13th. Her Excellency Dopadi Mammu is scheduled to arrive in Gaborone tomorrow evening at 6 in the evening. Her Excellency Dopadi Mammu is the 5th and current President of the Republic of India and only the 2nd woman in India to occupy office. Botswana and India have enjoyed cordial relations since 1966 and have over the years signed agreements on a range of areas, including health and education. In the most important news of the day, President Duma Boko this afternoon delivered the State of the Nation's address marking the official opening of the second session of the 13th Parliament. In a speech anchored on economic revival and social transformation, President Boko set out the administration's renewed vision under the 12th National Development Plan, pledging a re-energized drive towards inclusive growth, revitalized mineral sector, a resilient health system, and improved public service delivery. With more.
In his address, President Boko reaffirmed government's position to increase Botswana's stake in DBS to ensure citizens benefit more directly from the diamond industry. He also outlined emerging mining opportunities in uranium, iron ore, manganese, copper and others aimed at broadening the country's resource base and potential for beneficiation.
While this administration is pushing for diversification of the mining sector, diamonds will continue to be a main contributor of economic growth and transformation for our country. It is in this regard that concrete steps are underway towards the acquisition of Anglo-Americans' shares in De Beers. Government will leverage a majority stake to align the industry with Botswana's national development goal of economic diversification through beneficiation.
President Boko also said bold measures are being implemented to attract foreign direct investment and establish key national programs that will create sustainable jobs for Botswana.
In our effort to strengthen the position of Botswana as an attractive destination for investment, we continue to take progressive steps. It is in this spirit that we are establishing the Botswana International Financial Center, BIFC, a la Abu Dhabi, a la Dubai, a la many others across the world. And this is a bold national initiative that will position our country as a well-regulated and trusted gateway for international investment and financial services into Africa.
As Parliament begins its 2025 session, attention now turns to how government will translate today's promises into measurable progress.
Botswana is set to begin a pilot project for industrial hemp and medicinal cannabis before the end of the year. Speaking during the State of the Nation address in Gaborone, President Duma said government has already joined hands with global investors in the hemp industry to facilitate the process, which will unfold in phases. Reports.
The plans for the country to embark on production of industrial hemp and medicinal cannabis for sustainable development, economic transformation and job creation was first presented in 2024, and Botswana is now set to begin its pilot project.
Hemp Innovations, a global corporate entity with experience in the field, recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Botswana to work alongside Buan and Nadi to explore and pilot hemp production. These partnerships will enable research and development for cultivation and processing of industrial hemp and medicinal cannabis. The project will be implemented in phases, starting with trials at Buan, and it will build up to Botswana farmers with interest in industrial hemp and medicinal cannabis.
Making adjustments and aligning the country's legal frameworks are said to already be at its peak to ensure the efficiency of the project and its potential to boost Botswana's economic growth.
While the entire legal framework and associated regulations are being finalized, the Cannabis Act and illicit traffic in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances Act have been passed into law to facilitate investment in the hemp industry.
Still in the agricultural sector, acknowledging the low milk production in the cattle value chains, there is an intent to increase milk production in the country from 13% to 60%.
We've developed a focused strategy for the dairy sector through Milk Valley, a wholly owned subsidiary of the Botswana Development Corporation. For several years, progress was stalled due to the prevalence of foot and mouth disease in neighboring countries. Recently, government completed a mission to Brazil to secure the importation of at least 1,000 Girolando cattle to kickstart this expansion.
In his address, President Advocate Dumamboko said the government will also target communal farmers to reach the country's set target of 5 million heads of cattle through restoring their rangelands and improving profitability. Gilikelezwe, Somulegai, PTV News, Gaborone.
2 months following the public health emergency declaration, President Duma says the government is making efforts to improve the entire medical supply chain. He explained that necessary reforms are being undertaken, including a decision to restructure the central medical stores, an exercise to be informed by an evaluation process currently being undertaken. Monica Sutwela with more.
In August this year, a declaration of public health emergency was made as the country faced a shortage of essential medicines and medical equipment due to what the president said was a collapsed national medical supply chain. Since then, government has been making efforts to address the situation through purchasing medications as well as receiving donations and pledges from other countries globally. Currently, the president said most first-line medicines for chronic diseases and emergency care are partially available, though the country is not out of the woods yet.
The availability of critical medicines and medical commodities now stands at 36%, while vital, essential and necessary VEN medications stand at 63%. And this is expected to increase significantly in the next few weeks as supplies that were not readily available but are still being manufactured arrive. So government has so far procured over 300 tons of essential medical supplies, with additional shipments expected soon.
One of the issues that government raised at the time was failure of the central medical stores to be up to task. Hence, reforms are being made to ensure that the country never finds itself in this dire situation in the future.
Through the Botswana Economic Transformation Program, CMS will be restructured, and this will be informed by an evaluation that is ongoing. It's currently underway. It is in keeping with the medium to long-term strategies that I detailed when I declared the state of public health emergency. Alongside this, government is undertaking necessary reforms that include immediate digitization to further address supply chain disruptions with medical commodities. Government has implemented several short to medium-term measures, and these include: 1, the establishment of Health First Botswana Partnership.
Going forward, the president said government is steadfast in its resolve to support the Ministry of Health to sustainably meet the medical needs of Botswana. Monica Setswaila, BTV News, Gaborone.
The president also took pride in the recent introduction of indigenous languages in the news bulletins across Radio Botswana and Botswana Television under the Department of Broadcasting Services. On September 29th, Shikhalahari, Naro, Shiei and Ikalanga made their debut on both platforms, followed last week by the addition of Shikuhane, Afrikaans and Timbukushu. He noted that the development is not only a source of pride and cultural celebration for Botswana, but also an essential step towards inclusivity. By broadening the linguistic reach of public broadcasting, the initiative has enabled all citizens to fully engage in national discourse. The president added that the inclusivity will be especially valuable during the upcoming constitutional review process, ensuring that every voice is heard.
We have enabled citizens that have been living lives of exilic marginality in the margins of their own country. We've opened the space for them to now participate fully in national discourse in their languages. To feel the pride of recognition, appreciation, and profound validation. That's a priceless feeling. And as leaders, when you achieve that, you have every reason to be proud. Truly, it's a source of immense joy and pride to hear Sekhalagari, Ikalanga, Shiei, and Naru through our public broadcast platforms. The people are happy. They feel now duly recognized as a part. And those who are not yet in the fold see that it's not just a glimmer. There's hope, there's real hope. And it will ultimately arrive for all of them.
Thank you for staying tuned. You're still with BTV News at 9. The president also acknowledged the strain on the national fiscus, but noted that government spending had increased deliberately to uplift citizens' livelihoods. He said the administration remains committed to honoring the promises made during the 2024 general election campaign, citing the increment of old age pension, reduction of water tariffs, and the introduction of a debt amnesty program for water consumption. Beyond financial interventions, the president highlighted key non-monetary achievements, foremost among them the notable progress in the ongoing constitutional review process. He said this is expected to lay the foundation for the establishment of a constitutional court, marking a significant milestone in the country's governance reforms.
We promised to increase old age pension from the then 830 pula to 1,800 pula per month. We delivered in the first year, and despite these economic hardships, a 68% increase from 830 pula to 1,400. We have no qualms of conscience, absolutely, about increasing expenditure for the improved welfare of our people. We promised to deliver a proper constitutional review. In the first year, we've delivered visible progress. The government has gazetted the Constitutional Amendment Bill, which seeks to establish a constitutional court. The bill is ready for debate in the current session of Parliament. This will pave way for a nationwide referendum on the review of the Constitution. Consultations are expected to commence in 2026. We promised to deliver a sovereign wealth fund that will accelerate Botswana's strategic investments across the globe, ensuring wealth not just for future generations, but even for current generations. We have delivered on this promise, and the Sovereign Wealth Fund has commenced work.
The Commissioner of Police, Ms. Diana Marate, says curbing illegal mining and cross-border crimes require collective and well-coordinated efforts for effective law enforcement. Speaking recently at the bilateral meeting between Botswana Police Service and Zimbabwe Republic Police on illegal mining and cross-border crimes held in Francistown, Commissioner Marate commended the significance of the long-standing cooperation between the two police services, noting that such engagements are vital in fostering regional security.
The persistence of this unlawful activity has not only resulted in adverse environmental and economic impacts, but has also become increasingly hazardous to the illegal miners themselves, as lives have been lost during the conduct of these illicit operations. The perpetrators comprise of citizens of both countries, and they mainly mine and rot gold, with this gold deposits located in shallow grounds and therefore easily accessible. It is disappointing to know that regardless of government efforts to rehabilitate and secure these old mines, perpetrators always find ways to dig new holes, trenches, ditches, and furrows to facilitate illegal mining activities.
No single agency or nation can combat this complex web of criminality alone. Our success is hinged on our ability to harmonize our strategies, share intelligence in real time, and conduct synchronized operations. The criminals we pursue exploit our borders. We must ensure our collaboration makes these borders impermeable to their activities. Therefore, our gathering here is a testament to our commitment to a collective policing effort. We must leverage our common ties as a people to build an unbreakable wall of law enforcement. Let our shared history be the foundation, our shared future, the motivation for a robust and a dynamic partnership.
And the Waran Sementlela is standing by to give you sport.
Thank you very much, Khomozo Mapani. Now, Botswana Tonight Sports News follows with me, Taburan Sebetlela. President Advocate Maboko says the sports and art industry has a potential to contribute to the economy of the country. The president made the remarks when delivering his second State of the Nation address this afternoon, where he highlighted that the government is working on updating several policies and frameworks to boost the sport development.
These sport and the creative industries extend far beyond individual well-being and leisure. They have immense potential to contribute to the economy. This underscores the broader national significance of sport and the arts. We are therefore currently updating all the relevant policies and legal frameworks to unlock the potential of this sector and to support its growth. The reintroduction of sporting activities in our schools is therefore a valuable investment in the future, as it will enable us to nurture elite athletes, performers, actors, and diverse creative talents. I am delighted to announce that government has taken a decision to avail 200 million pula from the alcohol levy fund towards procurement of creative arts content.
Mike Puleng and Rina Tapolofo have been crowned champions of this year's Northern Powerlifting Championship, which was hosted by the Botswana Defence Force in Francistown on Saturday. Karabosibeli with more.
The championship drew 56 lifters from across the country, competing in 5 categories of lightweight, middleweight and heavyweight for both men and women, along with extra and super heavyweight divisions exclusive to male competitors. After a series of intense lifts across the divisions, most notably in the 75 kg lightweight class, Mike Puleng emerged as the overall winner in the men's category, scoring 8.94 points. In the women's division, Rina Tapoloho delivered a standout performance in the lightweight category, earning 5.93 points to claim top honors. Both champions walked away with a prize money of 2,500 pula.
This year was by far the toughest competition I've competed in because I didn't really have much time to prepare for the competition. I had like 5 months trying to cut down my weight, plan my training schedule and so forth.
But I just had to maintain that first position that I took today in Francistown to be the reigning champion, and I maintain that.
In the women's heavyweight category, Koziba Kistet secured first place with a total of 5.27 points. Meanwhile, Bruno Mangohola dominated the men's 85.1 to 100 kg division, scoring 8.58 points to also earn 2,500 pula. It was not an easy competition this year, as I did not train much, but I managed to win as a testament to the love I have for the sport. Leroy impressed the men's super heavyweight category, finishing with 8.14 points, while Ahmad Ablel successfully defended his title in the extra heavyweight division, posting 7.91 points. Both athletes received 2,500 pula each for their victories.
Always in gold medal, either in powerlifting or strongman. The reason I always get a better result because I'm always ready. I always work for it very hard.
Speaking to BTV Sport, Lieutenant Colonel Khabasing Lekhetlo, who's the chief organizer of the Northern Powerlifting Championship, expressed the satisfaction with the turnout, noting the sport's continued growth and its impact on physical fitness and personal development. Our intention with this sport is to promote health fitness, to curb non-communicable diseases, as well as boosting Francistown business community.
The
Botswana Defence Force encouraged the public to embrace and support powerlifting, highlighting its role in promoting health, discipline and career opportunities. Karabo Sibili, BTV Sport, Francistown.
Dzinoma United has defeated UB Kicks by 2-1 to register their first win of the 2025-2026 season. Gaborone City Regional Football Association Women's Division 1 League. The match was played at Likiri Ground on Sunday.
Both teams opened the match at a cautious pace, with neither side posing any real threats to break the deadlock. That changed in the 24th minute when UB Kicks forward Nelly Reid broke through to hand her side a 1-0 lead. UB Kicks continued to press forward with attacking intent but were unable to extend their advantage. The match went into the break, UB Kicks holding a narrow 1-0 lead. The second half saw a noticeable shift in intensity as both sides raised the tempo, UB Kicks pushing to widen the gap while Dzinoma United fought to draw level. Their persistence paid off in the 63rd minute when striker Letirano fired a well-taken equalizer to bring the score to 1-1. Then with just 3 minutes remaining on, Dzinoma United's Hauta Swele found the back of the net to seal a dramatic 2-1 comeback victory.
Yeah, my players basamkile football second half.
I am pleased with how my girl responded. They showed great improvement in the second half as they were initially nervous given their youth and inexperience compared to the seasoned UB Kicks who came in physically strong.
I would say we had a bad start, but we move on. We prepare for the next league games, yes, and then we move forward. We just have to move forward. We didn't defend well, and regardless of that, still we didn't do well in our attacks. So we didn't score enough goals. We couldn't defend to win with a solitary goal. So,
in other results, Police 11 Ladies cruised past Prisons 11 Ladies with a 4-1 win. Township Ross edged the Big Sisters 2-0. Morton Senior and Vekomets played to a goalless draw, while FC Ambassadors overwhelmed Gerona with a resounding 12-0 victory. Tsebogi Himile, PTV Sport, Gaborone.
Majuang FC held on to position 10 on the log standings after defeating Taunya's Strikers by 2-1 in a First Division South League game played at the Gaborone United Stadium on Sunday. Koratamuyen reports.
Both teams started the match with high intensity, showing determination to collect maximum points. It was however the first through the play on the 17th minute. Majuang did not take that lying down as they raised their game, pressed hard to force the wing's rear guard into a mistake that resulted in a penalty, which was converted by Norman Du on the 32nd minute. In the second half, just like in the first, both teams showed strong desire to win, but it was Majuang who found back the net again in the 37th minute, securing a 2-1 victory, which ensured they stayed in the top 10, 6 points clear of relegation, threatened City United.
Our goal it was to press them high so that because we have looking at ba tshameka di long ball tse dintsi, so tota goal ya rona ne le go leka go ba pressa e be re khona go bona early goal, but we did that we managed to get the early goal first half, and then from there we keep on playing the ball, rotational play ya rona it was very, very slow. From after we scored the goal, we didn't being consistent more keeping ball harona.
Let me say congratulations. I want to congratulate my boys. They did very well. Let me give credit to them. They did very, very well. Our game plan, it worked very well. They executed the game plan very well, and the performance was superb.
In other First Division South League matches played over the weekend, Union Flamingo Santos defeated Notwane FC by 2-0. Prisons registered a 1-0 win over Dinare FC to remain top of the standings, while Tamaga Shooting Stars beat Tsetseng United by 1-0. Koratamuyen, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
From the sports desk, that's all I had for you this evening. Until we meet again tomorrow, same time. Now back to Komuzoma Panim to remind us of our leading stories.
President Boko delivers the 2025 State of the Nation address.
And in sports, Mike Puleng and Rina Tapologo emerged victorious in the Northern Powerlifting Championship.
Now let's cross over to the weather and see what it has in store for us this evening.
Good evening, welcome to Nazoda Forecast. I am Obaken Kaspar Matak. Let's start by looking at rainfall amounts recorded this morning at 8 a.m. 60 millimeters at Umaweneno Primary School, 32 millimeters at Khainyan Artificial Insemination, 30 millimeters at Zabon Prison Farm, 25 millimeters at Makopum Border Post, 18 millimeters at Veda Meteorological Station, 10 millimeters at Musu Primary School, 7 millimeters at Sinyawe Primary School. 6 millimeters at Mesimantle Khotla, 5 at Bray Border Post, 3 millimeters at Philip Matante International Airport, 1 millimeter at Bere Primary School. Now looking at the current satellite picture, clouds are visible in most parts of our country, and we can only see some clear skies in some areas of Khanzi and Kalahati. Tomorrow on Monday, cloudy conditions are expected in most parts of our country with scattered thunder showers. In the morning, we're expecting warm temperatures in most parts of our country, ranging from 16 degrees Celsius in Gaborone, Mahalape, and Silibe Pico, 17 degrees Celsius in most areas of Khanzi and Kalahati, to 19 degrees Celsius in most areas of Ongamiland and Chobe districts. In the afternoon, mild temperatures are expected in southern Southeast Gauteng, southern central and northeast, ranging between 23 degrees Celsius in Johanning and Good Hope to 26 degrees Celsius in Francistown as well as in Gaborone. But the rest of the country, we're expecting some warm temperatures in the afternoon, ranging from 27 degrees Celsius in Veda to 32 degrees Celsius in Suapen as well as in Ngoja. Now look at some cities in SADC. Over Manzini, Maseru and Johannesburg, partly cloudy conditions are expected with some showers of rain. But for Upington and Cape Town, we're expecting some partly cloudy conditions.